My name is Tyson McGuire. Currently working for Columbus City Schools. And when I'm not doing that, I like to compose music or do some learning, like read about physics and stuff. Growing up, I used to play video games. I still play video games a lot, and I really like video game music. I remember being in a car and listening to the songs, the sound of whatever I was playing at the time. When I was like 8, I took piano lessons, and eventually I stopped, but then I started listening to music, more piano music, and then I heard one song that I really wanted to learn how to play, so I taught myself how to play it. I remember when I was in high school, I wanted to win the Nobel Prize, and maybe that could be a thing once I get back into physics. I want to learn. I like to learn. I like to learn new skills, new things. That's why I'm in physics, because in physics you're kind of required to learn because physics is always changing. I didn't start composing until after high school. I didn't have much experience in music theory, but one of my roommates was a piano major, and he really, inspired me to, play more piano, compose more, and figure out what my style is and stuff like that. When I first started college, it was pretty positive. I did pretty well, and I wanted to do more physics. I came up to my professor, and he asked me if I wanted to go to Fermi to continue, and of course I want to go. Who wouldn't? Like, in case you don't know what Fermi is, it's a particle accelerator in Chicago where they discover particles by smashing particles together on a giant ring, basically. So while I was at Fermi, there's a piano in the laundry room, and I was like, can I get the key so I can go in and practice piano? And they gave it to me, and I would practice on the weekends, and I can hear people, and they don't sound like anybody that I know. And they were talking to me, telling me about, oh, you can't trust your professor, these people, we've got your back, and stuff like that. And first I was like, okay, maybe I just need some sleep or something. I don't know. Like at this point, I hadn't even actually heard of schizophrenia. So first semester, I was able to kind of fight it reasonably. But then the second semester, things just spiraled out of control. Sometimes I felt like, there were multiple people I was talking to. I couldn't see them. Like, I could hear where they were coming from. I couldn't see them. I wasn't doing as well in school. And I started to see, shadowy figures in my peripheries that turn. They're not there. But I saw something, it's like, well, what's going on? I recently, came up with a name for them. I call them the council, because they like to just come in and say whatever they want about people. And I'm like, okay, you can't trust your friends there. They don't have your best interest. The shadowy figure is telling me, you can trust us more and stuff. I stopped doing what I normally would do. It started to change my life. Like, there would be days where I wouldn't go to sleep. There'd be days where I didn't get out of bed. I went to the psych ward for the first time. At that point, I got diagnosed with major depression. I didn't talk about the voices or anything, because I was like, I don't want to stay longer than I need to. So I ended up keeping it more of a secret. In the depths of my schizophrenia, I did isolate a lot. I didn't take care of myself. I didn't trust the medication. And then I started to get compliant again, because my mom made sure that I would take my medicine when I was supposed to. So she was a really big help with that. Once I got on the correct medication for me, I felt things were starting to become more stable. I kept taking the medicine, and I felt like I was doing better in life, so I'm very compliant on this new medication. Schizophrenia is a really big hurdle, and there's no one way to experience schizophrenia. In spite of what was, happening to me, I wanted to make sure that, I was still successful, and people could see me as being successful, and they wouldn't see me as like some kind of freak of nature or something. Being sociable is very difficult, but I feel, live your possible. I want to be more sociable, and interact with more people in, positive ways. I have good relationships with my friends. I have good work relationships with my boss and with my coworkers. I'm not like living under the specter of schizophrenia. I think what it means for me to live my possible is, being successful as a musician, getting back into physics. This kind of campaign is important because it'll help, destigmatize the illness, which I think is very important. Meeting other people who have the same illness allows you to feel that you're not alone. It allows you, as an individual dealing with schizophrenia, to do better. I want to go back to college to finish my physics degree. I want to put out my album just to get back into what I used to do, and add in some little spice of new music, new drawings, learning more physics. I think that's very, very good, very positive.